y'all, welcome back to my kitchen here at My Table 3. If you're new, my name is Carrie and I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today in this video, it's going to be a really simple, quick, low-carb, sugar-free dessert. If you follow Trim Healthy Mama and follow along, then this would be a perfect Trim Healthy Mama-esque. I'm going to show you how to take 1 block of cream cheese and make some delectable caramel pecan cheesecake bites. These are perfect for when you're craving cheesecake or just something sweet and you don't want to stand in the kitchen and make a cheesecake all day and bake it and cool it and all that. So this is really simple. There's only 3 little short steps. It is mixing it up, scooping them, chilling, and rolling them in pecans, and you are done. It's so good and so easy, you guys. So yeah, as always, in this video, I'm going to talk about it later, but I have the recipe it's on my blog. It is one of my latest recipes over there on mytableofthree.com. And so if you're interested in that, check out the link below. And also, I think that's about all I have to say. So let's jump into it and turn this very soft block of cream cheese into something absolutely amazing. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I tried to use my lapel mic because I got so much going on today. The dishwasher is running right here beside me, so hopefully that's not going to be overpowering. The laundry is going. Nate's back there watching an educational video, so you know how it is in real life. It's just loud in the house when you live in it. So, like I said, I tried to use my lapel mic, but it needs to be charged, and I need to get this done because we're going to snack on this tomorrow when we go somewhere. So I'm going to be making, like I said, my caramel pecan cheesecake bite. So super simple. I'm just going to start out with 1 block of cream cheese. Now this is very soft. You can see I can mash it with that's how soft you want it. And it's only going to be very few ingredients. You need your cream cheese here. You need a sugar-free keto or Trim Healthy Mama-esque caramel. I made my own. You can see it here. It is gorgeous as well. Look at that. I mean, you can't go wrong with this stuff here. And I have a recipe for this on my blog. I will link it below. It uses allulose. So then you need some toasted pecans, but you won't need these till much later. I just wanted to show you guys. And this is about 1 cup of nuts. Now, I don't think we'll need that. We'll probably only need about half of that. And then if you like things really, really sweet, then I brought some extra sweetener just in case, but that is it. And if you wanted to put a pinch of salt in this, but I put a pinch of salt in my caramel when I made it, so it's salted caramel, so it's perfect. And then we have a plate lined in just some parchment paper sheets that I have, and our 1 tablespoon cookie scoop, because this is going to make about 20 of these little balls here, and that is just the perfect 2-bite cheesecake dessert. So let's get started. Again, my recipes that I have on my blog, like this one, are always linked below. The full recipe link, you can click there, scroll down, and print the whole thing out. So I hope that's helpful. Check that out below. You don't want me to try to remember ingredients when I'm doing the videos, because unfortunately, I don't do very good at that. I mess up and I don't want to leave anything out. So what we're going to do is we are going to do 1/4 of a cup of this sugar-free keto Trim Healthy Mama caramel into that very soft cream cheese. And if you guys want to see me make this caramel, how I do it, and I also have a new chocolate sauce, like chocolate fudge sauce coming out that I can show you as well on that video. If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments, and I will be glad to do that. Now that is it. Now I know that my husband is going to like this sweeter, so I am going to go ahead and add in some of my powdered sweetener. It's optional. I would leave it without if it was just me, but my husband likes stuff a little bit sweeter, so I'm going to put that in because the caramel is really sweet, but it uses allulose, so it's not going to be like a stevia sweet or, you know, super coinily sweet once you mix it with this cream cheese. I'm just going to show you, and basically you're just going to mix it all together. This is a super simple cheesecake bite. If you like cheesecake, you like caramel and pecans, you're going to love this. It is something that doesn't take a lot of time. You don't have to worry about standing in the kitchen watching a cheesecake in the oven. You're just going to mix it up really good. Now, I always recommend tasting as you go. You may want to add a little bit more caramel, and you may want to add a little bit more sweetener, or even vanilla, or a pinch of salt, like I said. But I have a pinch of salt already in my caramel. And you just want to make sure there's no white left in there. You want it all to be caramelly. See how they've got that caramel swirl there? It's not mixed in. You want all that caramel goodness into this. So This is why it's super important for your cream cheese to be room temperature, or I put it out in the morning time and let it sit on the counter all day, and it softens up. Okay, and that is it. There's no lumps, there's no extra, let me get it off the, no extra caramel still showing through. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the smell spoon. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna do, this is really soft. As you can see, it's not like a cheese ball. It's not something you can roll between your hands or your palms right now. So I'm gonna use my cookie scoop, and I am just going to scoop them out on here. And like I said, with this smaller cookie scoop, you will get about 20 scoops. And let's go ahead and start scooping. Here we have it, 20 of those glorious caramel cheesecake bites. Not the pecans yet because we haven't rolled those. So it's time now to chill these. If you have overnight, you know, a good amount of time, I recommend covering these with some foil or something, put them in the fridge and leave them overnight. I'm gonna put them in the freezer for about 45-50 minutes and let them get set up really good and firm so I can roll them in the pecans to finish this video just for time's sake. And I really don't want to be rolling these in the morning before we have to get up and go, because we'll be eating these tomorrow when we on our trip. So there you have it. Look how beautiful those are. You can definitely tell it's caramel, and the smell is amazing. So if you don't want to toast the pecans, I think I may have said that. You don't have to if you don't want to. And you can make these larger if you want to. Now, if you want to know the total carbs and calories of each one of these, I have that all worked out for you in the link in the description where you go to print the recipe. If you scroll down underneath that recipe, there are nutritional facts. Keep in mind, I do use the brand of ingredients I have and online nutrition calculator, so it may vary some. So if you have health needs and you need to know exactly, I always recommend doing it per your ingredients. But if you just need to know roughly, I got you covered. So in the freezer these go, and I'll be back shortly to show you how I roll them and finish them off. All right, guys, so these have come out of the freezer. They are a little bit harder than I wanted to because I got distracted, but we're gonna work with it. I got my pecans chopped up here. You wanna chop them up pretty small because you want them to fit. Let me scoot you back so you can see. I'll turn you down, how about that? There we go, huh? Okay, so, and yes, I do have on gloves because this gets kind of messy and you don't want to touch other people's food, right? If it was, wasn't so messy, you wouldn't have to if it was just for you, but I recommend it. And you just roll them in the pecans. Look at that. And we're just gonna put them right back on the paper. Now, like I said, these are setting up. If you don't, they're a little bit harder than I would normally let them set up, so they won't roll really, really round. But there is no problem. These don't have to be perfect, you know, even if you're taking them to a party and they're not perfectly round. Look how cute that is. And besides, it's gonna be delicious and nobody's gonna be caring about exactly how round they are. Okay, so you just put them in your hand, roll them as round as you like. Drop them and roll. And this is not all the pecans. You can see I still have some over here. But I just chopped them up smaller because you don't have to have big chunks. You could just want enough to cover the cheesecake bites. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and roll these, guys. Speed it up so you don't have to. is it. That is my caramel pecan cheesecake bites. You can see how pretty they are. These work for any party, any appetizer, or honestly just a treat throughout the week. You can make a double batch of these. You can freeze them. You can pull them out when you're ready to eat them and let them thaw for a few minutes, and they will soften up. I'm gonna take a bite of them right now. They are so good, you guys. I hope you will try this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this sugar-free dessert. If you're keto, these are perfectly fine on keto. If you are Trim Healthy Mama, like I said, this is an S dessert. They are sugar-free, so if you're diabetic, you might want to test them out. If you haven't used allulose before, if it's a new sweetener to you, then you may want to do some research on it. I'll kind of put a link below, if I can remember, where you can read more about allulose. It is not technically a sugar alcohol, so the government or FDA don't let people label it on foods as a sugar alcohol, but you are seeing it in more and more sugar-free desserts because it is just so good. Now, it is kind of like one of those ones, not as bad as the sorbitol or maltitol, but if you do overconsume it, it may give you upset tummy. So just take it easy, like 1 or 2 of these. It's not going to do that because there's only allulose in the caramel, and I ordered the extra sweetener I added for my husband's sake was monk fruit. And again, you don't have to use that at all, but the allulose works good for us. You can buy it from Amazon. I think I've even seen some at Walmart now, like a monk fruit, but I will allulose blend, or maybe even allulose by itself. But I will link the 2 brands that I have used from Amazon and enjoyed below in the description if you want to take a look at it after you do research. But you don't have to have, I would say you don't have to have that allulose, but for the caramel, I have found that the allulose does more better. It doesn't recrystallize. You've seen how creamy it was in that caramel I made last week, and it's been in the fridge for about 8 days now because I use it for several recipes. So yeah, allulose is one of my favorite sweeteners. It is up and coming in the low carb keto world. And it's approved on Trim Healthy Mama as well. Like I said, just take it slow, eat a couple of these, see how it does, and go from there. So hopefully this will help you on your weight loss journey like it helps me. I'm trying to lose weight, so I try to find little treats like this that I can enjoy. Like tomorrow we're going to a birthday party. Everybody else will be eating cake and ice cream, but I will have some of these that I'm going to take with us on a road trip to my sister-in-law's house. So I hope you guys give them a try. Let me know if you have tried them or if you're interested in trying them. Tell me what some of your favorite keto or Trim Healthy Mama desserts are in the comments below. And until the next time, guys, I hope you'll look me up over on social media. You can find me on Instagram at mytableofthree. I'd love to hear from you over there. Tag me if you make these. And I'll go ahead and say goodbye today so I'm not rambling. So until the next time, guys, I'll see you later.